Hello, this is Ray here from Gamma Ray Crafts, and I'm doing something kind of new tonight, something a little bit of a challenge, and just thought I would take a little video to share it with you because hopefully this will turn out really great and we can do a few more of these. I'm actually going to be doing a fluid acrylic pour on a ukulele. This is a ukulele kit I ordered. It's a maple body. I've already done a little bit of prep work on this. When I first got it, I took some sandpaper, 400 grit sandpaper, made sure all the areas were sanded very smooth, so that I wouldn't have to worry about sanding them again after they were painted, before I did the finishing. I've already done some initial masking. So the sides, which I'm planning on staining, I've gone ahead and taped off. I am planning on painting both the top and the back, which I'll be painting the back another day. I've also already masked off the back and the sides of the head here, as well as created a little bit of a tape dam here for the sound hole to make sure we don't end up with just a whole bunch of paint inside the body. I've already painted on a base layer of black paint as kind of a gesso just to seal the wood so that when we paint today, hopefully everything goes on nice and smoothly and kind of goes well. So today I'm using mostly paints I've sort of mixed colors myself. I'm using a mix of the Artist Loft acrylics. I'm using some Master's Touch acrylics. Some of the Premier acrylic colors from AC Moore, my base black, which I've already mixed up. I actually use a mix of just the basic black the moment I have the permanent black from Master's Touch. I mix in a little bit of the metallic black from Artist Loft, as well as a little bit of the iridescent medium from Artist Loft, which I use a lot in the colors that aren't already metallics because I do a lot with the space paintings and I like to have that little bit of iridescence or metallic look in most of my paints. Everything's already been mixed with Floetrol, so they've been mixed roughly 2 parts Floetrol to 1 part paint mix, and just with a very small amount of water added in just to get it to the consistency I'm looking for. The colors have already been pre-mixed with the Nourishing Coconut Milk Hair Serum, which gets really nice cells. And colors today, I have a cobalt blue that's been mixed with a little bit of that iridescent medium. I have a really nice kind of light metallic blue. I have the metallic silver from Artist Loft. I have the metallic gold from Artist Loft. And I have this dark metallic navy that is a color I usually end up mixing up myself from 3 or 4 other colors just because I really like having that nice dark, really dark, almost black blue in there. So first thing I want to do is get my base coat down in the black. so I've got my base layer of black on. I've got it nice and even over both the top of my ukulele and the peg head here. I am going to go ahead and give it a quick torch just to remove any air bubbles that may be in there. And of course, as I see that, I see a little bit of dust get on there. There we go. I've already got my cup mixed and prepared with all of my colors in it, my 3 shades of blue, my silver, my gold, and I also mixed some black in there just so that because I don't want to get too much color. I want to have some, still have a lot of black negative space even within the pour. All told, that's a 1 ounce cup, and it's only maybe 80% of the way full. It doesn't gonna take much paint to do this type of design. I'm gonna remove the tape from the bottom, which opens up the holes and lets the paint start flowing. Get this floating. Okay, that is actually turning out really nice. With this style of painting, I actually don't like to do any tilting. I like to just let it sit. I like to let the cells come up. If anything, I like to blow some wisps out to the side to fill a little bit of the negative space. Later on, once it's done its initial drying and it's dried to the touch, I'm actually going to go in and add some stars with pearlescent white and the metallic silver. I'm actually really happy with the composition of this and how everything came out for the initial pour. And what I do have is I have all this paint left over from the pour that I want to use to bring in some little accents off to the sides. So I'm just kind of scooping up some of this paint that's spilled off. Bringing it in over here. And bringing it in across the peg head. I'm not seeing as much silver in there as I'd like, so I'm just gonna dribble a little bit more silver paint in that spill area. Just scoop it up and get just a little bit more of an accent across where I'm highlighting. If there's much more I want to even do to this. I have to say I was actually pretty nervous to do this. This was going to be a pretty big project for me. There's still a lot left to do, especially letting this dry and doing the back side, doing all the staining and assembly, but feeling really confident with the start of this and how it is going. Okay, now that we've got, let that settle a bit. I actually find with the coconut hair serum, I don't even need to do much torturing, especially to the main part of this, because I don't want to have a bunch of little cells over in the main pore. But where I do drag this and kind of add little accents, I do like to do a little bit more and have a little more lacing. So I usually do torch that. And there's a few little spots in here I'd like to kind of get it a little more wisped out, so. You'll notice in here, especially where the paint is thicker, and there's actually a lot of layers of color still under here. So as I blow the top layer of paint out, I'm actually getting more cells coming up and kind of filling some of that space and getting some more colors and new cell structure in here. And that's all I'm trying to do, is I'm trying to blow close to parallel across the top of the surface to kind of just blow the top layer of paint out. Okay, I think that's good. It's always the tough part, is knowing when to stop working, but I think for today that is at a really nice spot, and I am going to stop and let this dry for a few days so that I can hopefully turn it around and pour the other side. Thank you very much.